Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So this is the third and final part of my visit to Betulas Antiques in Arundel. We've got something that's a bit strange in this one, not strange, unusual, let's say. This huge piece of Murano modern art glass. Never seen anything like it before. And yeah, just trying to figure out who the guy that made it is and what kind of value it might have, etc. And anyway, it's an interesting thing. Never seen anything like it. A lot of work. Monumental piece of glass. But anyway, let's get on and have a look at the glass. This is cool here. It's clearly a copy, but it's copying sort of like late 18th century. These kind of like pans like this, usually from that time period, and it's like flat cutting because they would be doing it with a foot treadle when they were doing it. In my collection, this is the closest thing I have to that. It's a bit shorter, but it's the same kind of thing, but mine's a period one. And yeah, you can see the cutting, similar-ish, not quite the same, but you get the idea. It's a bit like this, but stretched out. Mine's got a round base. You can actually see the wear under the base. Can you see there? So that's where it's sitting on the ground. So yeah, it has a big thick ring of wear underneath it. So anyway, so this is a period one. I think I've got something like, what date have I put on it actually? Because 1800. So yeah, so that's the kind of period that we're looking at. Now I talked about copies, so let me show you. So this is Edinburgh and Leith catalogue for 1923, and we've got this. This is pretty close. The cutting's not the same, but the shape, overall composition of it is similar. And then you've got a couple of other ones. Yeah, there's other stuff on here that's period type stuff. But anyway, this is the kind of thing it is, and the kind of probably time period it's from. I've got this one here. This is from Hill Alston in Birmingham. And yeah, so they've got one. And there's this one here, which is also similar-ish. This one's a bit fancy shaped more. And these are a bit smaller, I think. This one is actually close to the one I have. But anyway, this is, and I think there's some more down here. Yeah, there's this one here. This one's close-ish as well. So you get the idea. Pre-war, they were doing a lot of this quality reproductions that had a really good, solid feel to them. And I reckon it's that. So it is an antique, probably. It is probably roughly 100 years old. And you know, there's nothing wrong. It's a good, impressive looking thing that you could have on your sideboard and be cool and whatever. But anyway, that's what it is. I'm pretty certain it's one of these reproductions. Other companies are making them. I just knew that I'd got these. I'd looked at these recently, and yeah, this is a new reference that I've downloaded from the Corning Museum, and I will do a video on those downloads so show you where to get them from and what to look for. So yeah, I saw this. Interesting colorway. I think it might be Japanese. I'm not 100% certain. It's like a mole of ours with. So off I scoot, optimistic as always. And no, I've been through 20th century glass. I didn't find it there. Did a few other places I thought it might be. Nope. I have found two online that are for sale. There's this one here. They have no idea. This one here. I don't think this one comes up. Did it come up? I don't think it did. I think it's sold. Yeah, no, it's gone. So, sorry, I just do that automatically because that's what I do. But anyway, yeah, nobody knows what it is as far as I can find. And that's probably gonna be how it stays. It kind of looks like a bit, to me, I think Japanesey, or not usual. You know, I don't think it's not Kripska, and I don't think it's Murano either. I think it's from some odd country, but don't know which one. Right as you come in, they have this huge piece of art glass. Look at this. It's a monster. It's got this textured. There's just so much different work in this, splatters and all sorts of things. And yeah, they would like me to see if I can confirm this is right or not, but we will look at that. So when I was there, I did say I'd try and find out about Paolo Valle, and he was born in Venice in 1948. He's a graphics artist. It tells you a bit about him: lithography, cartography, screen printing. So he's a traditional artist, not just a glass artist. He's an art artist, and that's what these are his works. Some of his works here now, and there he is. There, the man, the beard and the hat. But I wanted to have a bunch of little pop around, see what I could find. Let's see what I did find. I found this one here, which is actually on sale now, which is actually, let me set cookies, but it's not going to give me a price. Oh, hang on, lot performance, what's that say? No, it's not telling me anything. That's no good. But anyway, there is one that is for sale. I'm not sure if it's still for... No, this is a year ago, so I don't know what it sold for. But anyway, found... What else did I find? No, that's not him. This one, starting bid $200. That's not... But it's... I think it's quite small, and it's a picture, so that doesn't count. Another picture of his. So this one estimates starting price €600. Unless you sign up, and I've actually tried signing up to some of these things, you don't ever get the blooming price out of them. But anyway, starting price on that was 600. Estimate was there. And then what else? There's this. Dun, dun, dun. So this is another big piece of glass, and the estimate was 1,200 to 1,500. So that's making that £400 odd look very cheap. And there's this piece of glass, 1,000 to 1,500, start price 400. Again, that's making the that piece look very cheap. And then this one. So this one's actually sold. 1,243 pounds that sold for. So that is, yeah, that's making the one there look very cheap. And that sold in September last year, so that is good. And then I think that might be it. So yeah, I think their price is a good price. It's about a matter of finding the right person to buy it who's looking for a monumental piece of art glass like that. It's a proper statement. You need the right room for that kind of thing. Got some lovely older glasses here. This double knot cotton twist. This one here that they've let me take this one out and have a look at it. Can you see with the coloured cotton twist? I think that's a Victorian copy. I've had a really good look at it. It's got some wear and tear, but it's not quite right. And it's got a polished pontil as well, which is definitely not right. Lovely facet stem. The prices are decent here. And that facet stem there, I quite like this one here. Can you see? This one. You'll be able to see it properly. So So I'm going to concentrate on the two facet stem glasses that were there. Looking at them, I think they look right. It's very difficult to explain why. But we'll start with the prices, which look about right. You've got this one here, which is a slightly fancier bowl, £75, but it's got quite a short stem. Then you've got this one is close to what we were looking at. It's £105 and it's sold at that. And then I've mentioned this before, when you get embellishments, changes the price completely. You've got here, and it just depends on what the embellishment here. In this one, it's a rare with a domed foot. So this is common right to that bit there, £325. This one with a little knop in the middle, little faceted knop. That's, you do see them around, so it hasn't made that much difference to the price. And you get the idea that if there's engraving, it just depends on how nice it is, how rare it is. You've got this one here, £270, and you've got this one here, £375. So yeah, just quite often it just depends, okay, and the look and the feel and aestheticness of the glass. There's no intrinsic value in these parts, it's rareness, etc., etc. But I went back to good old eBay and thought, let's see what you can see on there, and there's a few, and I'll show you the difference. So when you're buying it from someone like Scottish Antiques, you know what you're getting. If you're buying it out of a cabinet like this, you know what you're getting. And if you go away and you come back or go away and find out that it's wrong and you come back, they should give you your money back. If you buy on eBay, look at this one, $99.52. Yeah, this foot does not look right. Now, I don't know about the whole glass, but that looks like it's been heavily trimmed, and I'm a bit uncertain of the foot overall, so it might, not only might it be heavily trimmed, but it might be a copy. And once you've got it in your sweaty pants and you're going, yeah, I don't think this is right, it's probably too late. Someone might give it back. Then there's this one here I saw, which has got really nice, up to here, looks really good. But this foot does not look right. It looks too flat, too disky, too small. Just, I think there's another picture of it. It's just too perfect. You know, there's not enough going on. There's a bit of wear on it, but yeah, it's not right. This looks really nice, but even then, now that I'm actually looking at this enlarged one, this is looking too good as well. So yeah, it looks very copy-like, and it's still £95, which is the same price as the real ones. Even though this has got this engraving, I still don't think it's worth £95.
Got Timo Sarpaniva signed bowl here. So this will be made by Itala. Yeah. We'll see if we can find this. It's a really nice, unusual thing. So it's quite cool. It looks like it's got a polished base. And it looks like it's a centrifuge piece. So I think it might be a centrifuge piece, but really done in a really unusual way.
So I've been trying to pin this bowl down, this Timo Sarpaniva bowl. So it'd be by Itala in Finland, and yeah, I found other pieces from what seems to be the series of what it is. Some of them are grey, some of them are clear, and the prices are all over the shop, but I haven't been able to find one that's exactly the same. So there's like these smaller ones like this, £142. That's on Etsy though. There's an eBay one here, so that's, what's that, £90. But yeah, it's a smaller bowl, it's not the same thing. There's this thing here, which is very different. I think, I'm not even certain this is the same series, but it's the same kind of thing. 1,500 SEC. I think that's about £150. I can't remember. Last time I looked, it was 10 to 1. There's this little bodger here, but there's no price for it. It's quite small. There's this one, which is sold for £64, but it's not the same either. If you look, the one we were looking at goes down and it kind of comes out and goes down, and this one's more slopey. Yeah, it's not like this. It's not as, this one's not as brutalist as this is. It's not as brutalist as the one we were looking at, and it's smaller. Yeah, there's this again. This is the similar but in clear. There's no price there. Then there's this, which is at the other end of the scale, which sold for €2,400. I think there's something else. Yeah, it's another one of these. 140. It's the same one we were looking at earlier, actually. So this is one end of the scale, price-wise. And then I think that one is somewhere between these ones that are sort of like the £100 to £150 mark. It's somewhere in between, so it's probably priced about right. But yeah, it's quite a rare shape, I think. So I think the price is probably right. I'm always trying to figure this out, especially with high prices, because I'm a bit clueless with that. But anyway, I think it's quite a cool thing. Timo Sarpaniva, I've looked him up before. He's a good designer. He's got a good name for himself, and was more of a pure design person, not just a glass person.
So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. So if you ever, in fact, if you're near Arundel and you want to go and have a look for some antiques and glass, especially, go to Arundel. Yeah. Go to Betulas, definitely, because there's loads of glass in there. You'll find something you like. I actually bought something there quite big. It's not in the video, but big piece of Strombergsheighten actually. And yeah, the 3 antique centres were good as well. So, and I bought stuff there, and I might get around to doing a stuff I bought in West Sussex video at some point. So yeah, go. It's a good place if you're ever near there. And so with that said, contact details for Betulas will be in the description below. All the references I used will be in the description below. And please remember to like and subscribe, because it really helps my channel. And thank you for watching, and have a good night. Good night.